Goes family, welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. It's been a while since I just did a regular rant about certain things. And this is, you know me, I like to create my own poems and whatnot and put them out there. They're not that long. They're from the heart and when I think about various different subject matters, and I've been doing them for years now. But anyways, today's poem, I was actually from when I finished one of my books, because you know I'm a book guy. Dennis Waitley, Empires of the Mind, Lessons to Lead and Succeed in the Knowledge-Based World. All right, now, because we do live in a knowledge-based society and a skill-based society all at the same time. But this poem I read today, which was the end of this book, it really caught on to me. I'm going to read it and I'm going to give my perspective. And hey, let me know what your perspective is in the comment section. And, you know, we'll go from there. The name of the poem is If I Could Live My Life Again. Because, you know, as we get older, especially from my millennial generation, you know, we are getting up in age. We're not elders, we're not senior citizens yet, we're not a part of the AARP crew yet. However, you know, planning for what you're going to do for yourself, for your children, for your significant others, you know, we're climbing up that mountain, and we have a chance, just like in this picture, we're climbing the mountain of life and whatnot, and we're getting more of a chance. That's one of the best things about the pandemic. It gave us more of a chance to just sit down and observe, think, analyze, less distractions. Okay, and that's one of the best things about being in the middle of nowhere, whether it's a mountainous area, it's a flat land where there's just nothing but farmland, or in the woods, being away from civilization. You get a chance to think, because you know, contrary to popular belief, that was the one best thing about the villages of all around the world and whatnot, and not having major cities, is that people had a chance to have alone time. You know, people had a chance to think, peace, solitude, and things of that nature. I think that is very important. You know, I'm not a mental health expert at all. I'm not claiming that I'm a psychiatrist, but I think it's very healthy from a mental standpoint to be able to go somewhere, be in the middle of nowhere, and just be at peace in that solitude and whatnot. And whatever that may be, let me know what your peace and solitude is in the comment section, because everybody's version of it is different, and that's all that matters. So let me get to this poem, and then I'm going to give my perspective, and then I'm going to call it a night. Poem is If I Could Live My Life Again. If I could live my life again, I'd laugh at my misfortunes more and at other people's predicaments less. Spend more time counting my blessings, less time scrutinizing my blemishes. I'd spend more time playing with my children and grandchildren, less time watching professional athletes perform. More time enjoying what I have, less time thinking about the things I don't have. If I could live my life again, I'd walk in the rain more without an umbrella and listen less to weather reports. I'd spend much more time outdoors in small towns and much less time in tall buildings in big cities. I'd eat more of everything healthy and delicious, less of everything each meal, saving enough on the bill to feed a starving child. I do more listening and less talking so I could learn to understand rather than being desperate to be heard. I'd spend more time looking at trees and climbing them, less time flipping through magazines made from dead trees. If I could live my life again, I'd get more beach and sand between my toes and less friction between myself and others. I'd take more long baths and fewer showers. I can't explain why I've always been in such a hurry to spend my time. I'd spend more time with old people and animals, less time with strangers at clubs and parties. I'd act the age of my children and grandchildren more and act my own age less. I'd visit libraries, bookstores, and computer networks more and malls and movie theaters less. I'd play the piano more and play fewer mindless games like solitary. I'd give my spouse and children more tender touches and much less advice. If I could live my life again, I'd spend more time fully involved in the present moment, less time remembering and anticipating. I'd be more aware of my core values and life mission and less concerned with the reasons why I might not measure up. I'd smile more, frown less. I'd express my feelings more, try less to impress my friends and neighbors. I'd forgive and ask forgiveness more and curse my adversaries less. But most of all, I'd be more spontaneous and active, less hesitant and subdued. When a great or spurred of the moment adventure popped up, an Easter egg hunt, an open house at school, a game of hide and seek, an opportunity to solve a problem at work or to satisfy a disgruntled customer, a hayride, a chance to build a snowman or paint over graffiti, an invitation to watch a lunar eclipse, or a shuttle launch, I'd be less likely to stay in my chair objecting it's not our plan, and more inclined to jump up and say, yes, let's. Although I can't live my life again, I'm still going to live the new way every day. I'll never have all the moments I've missed, but I do have all the time remaining. You must climb the next mountain, but never reach the summit. This is very, very, very near and dear to where I'm at in my life. I'm 39 years old. My last year in my 30s, about to hit my 40s. And I've been analyzing my life and my age more now than ever before. But the one thing I can say, and I've said this a bunch of times and I'll continue to say it, the best thing about the pandemic is I had more time to think about the lifestyle I really want to live. The best thing about the pandemic is I got to spend less time around people who are obsessed, and I say obsessed, with complaining, being basic, worrying, and not living. Living to them is watching a game and watching Netflix for hours on end. Living to them is complaining about politics and what celebrities say. Living to them is complaining about their spouses and their kids. Living to them is kissing up to their bosses. Living to them is getting the attaboy or attagirl or whatever you want to call it, instead of having self-gratification. I've always been a big fan of having some sort of self-gratification. And I chose to read this poem. I think this is the second or third time I've read from a book, but by ending this book today, that poem hit me hard because every day we have a chance to grow. Every day we have a chance to do something different. Every day we have a chance to do something more meaningful. And I always say make money moves or live broke like a fool. But I'm not just talking about actual cash. A money move is creating a moment. A money move is living in the moment. A money move is enjoying new experiences. A money move is meeting great people. A money move is giving back. A money move is being the best person that you can be, whether you're a father, mother, spouse, significant other, child, whatever occupation you may be in, whether you're in the military, whether you're in education, whether you're in corporate America, whether you have a small business, public service, government employee, whatever have you. Money moves are being good at what you do and giving back and bringing joy to other people's lives. Like, I commend the people who go to senior citizen homes and make life a little bit better for them. I commend people who go to children's hospitals and make life a little bit better for them. I commend people who go to orphanages and adopt children and help make life better for them. I commend people who go to animal shelters and adopt pets and make life better for them. I commend people who help other people, regular working people, and make life better for them. Those are money moves as well. And that's not talked about enough. And I know you have all this, Will Smith, Jada Pinkett, Chris Rock, and I've commented on it 1,000 times. But like I said on my broadcast last night when I went live on my YouTube channel and my Facebook, I don't feel bad for rich celebrities. But I will say that rich celebrities have proven time and time again for generations on end, all races, all religions, all faiths, sexual orientations, whatever have you. They've proven time and time again that you could be on top of Mount Everest and still be miserable. You can be on top of the world and still. We've seen rock stars, we've seen rappers, we've seen country music artists, we've seen actors and actresses, comedians. The list goes on and on. Anybody who has some sort of influence in entertainment at all, we've seen them kill themselves, unfortunately. We've seen them have drug overdoses or alcoholism. You know, we've seen them have mental breakdowns. And I can't judge anybody because I'm not in their shoes, and I'm not going to ever try to judge anybody. But I don't get it. I never will. To me, when you've worked hard to build an economic empire, you should look as peaceful and calm as this young man right here sitting on the mountain. You should be at a place in life where you're working on giving back. You should be in a place in life where you're bringing more joy to the world and joy to yourself and joy to your family. You know, there are war zones all around the world, not just in Ukraine. People that are freezing, people that are starving, people that are thirsty. There's droughts. You know, there's supply chain issues on all levels. There are people that have uncertain futures, health-wise, family-wise, economically-wise. And a lot of them have a way more joy than Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith have. They find a way to be happy. And it bothers me that, because I said it before, I'll say it again. If I was in their position, you would not hear a peep out of me outside of, hey, what's the next movie role? What's the next project I'm working on, etc. and so forth. There are people who would kill and maim to be in these celebrities' lives, to live the lifestyle that these people live. But then you kick back and relax and say, well, you know what? I get it. That lifestyle is not meant for me. Because if it was, maybe I would be miserable. There's something to be said about, you know, analyzing the situation to the point where it's like, okay, well, maybe that isn't for me. Even though the fame and fortune might look good, but there's no peace and serenity that comes with that. That's something to think about. There's only a handful of states in the United States that are left that, you know, they have a low population, they don't got much going on, and they love every moment of it. They don't have to deal with traffic. They don't have to deal with overcost of living. They don't have to deal with increase in property taxes or taxes at all, because people, they have a deep appreciation for solitude. I get it. Like the state of Wyoming, one of the most rural states and the biggest rural state in the United States of America, and not changing anytime soon. The people in the state of Wyoming love it. Matter of fact, it was actually noted as being one of the most boringest states in the country, in the United States of America. But I get it now. I mean, heck, even Kanye West bought, I think, 300 acres of land in Wyoming and whatnot. But I get it now. I get why Dave Chappelle lives in small town Ohio. I get it. You know, even though I would never want to live in any of those places, but I get it. because you can't put a price tag on peace of mind. The first time I heard that saying was when Dr. Dre left Death Row. And he said, yeah, I didn't leave. I left without anything. All my music rights and all that was gone, but I left with something bigger and way more important, and that's peace of mind. And you look at Dr. Dre today, and you look at Suge Knight today, and you do the math. I don't even have to do, even though Dr. Dre's had his issues and whatnot, but Dr. Dre did one smart thing that Will Smith hasn't done. Dr. Dre got a freaking divorce. It cost him a pretty penny. But after seeing him, even though I know he had like a medical, unfortunate, severe medical issue that took place before the Super Bowl, I saw a man that looked at peace. And you can't put a price tag on peace. So I said, family, I'm calling it a night. Let me know what your peace is. If it's your kids, if it's you reading, if it's you working out, if it's you traveling, you just being at the house by yourself. Let me know what your peace is, because you can't put a price tag on peace. You can't put a price tag on happiness. For me, traveling and seeing new places, that's my peace. Sometimes just doing it by myself, that is my peace and that's my serenity. See the gentleman in the picture here, peace and serenity. A lot of other people, and for me, working out in the gym by myself when nobody's in there, that's the best peace I can get. Working out at home, that's my peace. Reading my books, drinking my coffee, simple thing. I'm a simple guy when it comes to my peace and whatnot. But let me know what yours is, because from what you've seen, you could be a billionaire, trillionaire, millionaire, all that stuff. But we've seen in this past week that you can still be a person that does not have peace. Who you're with matters. I don't care how good the sex is. I don't care how good the relationship, quote unquote, is. I don't care if you're with a toxic person from a relationship standpoint or a friendship standpoint, they gotta go. They gotta go. And I mean, me personally, I've cut out relationships, I've cut out friendships because of the toxicity. For a lot of people, that's normal. For me, it is very abnormal to be in constant toxicity. Very abnormal. Did not grow up like that, and I'm not gonna die like that. I'd rather die alone than die with somebody who's, basically pulling the string out of me like I'm a freaking puppet. But it's to each his own. Because I always say it's your life, not mine. There was a book I read 10 years ago. It's called by a Navy admiral, and it was called It's Your Ship. It is your life, and it is your ship. So you better make sure that you are in friendly waters and work towards getting out of the unfriendly waters as much as possible. Do the great thing for your things, family. Like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day. And I did not think I was going to get this deep tonight, but I really wanted to talk about this without even being live. Without any distractions, without any bells and whistles, just find peace, enjoy. Take care, family. As I always say, make money moves, or you're going to live broke like a fool.